In this video, we're going to go through a complete step-by-step guide on how to get your real estate license in the state of Michigan. We're also going to cover a couple of important topics like how to pick the right brokerage to give yourself a better chance of success. And at the end of the video, we're going to go through a complete breakdown of the cost to get licensed so you know exactly how much you need to budget. Let's dive right into the video. My name is Chris with the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. Before we get started, I want to offer you our free How to Get Licensed and Start Your Real Estate Career Guide. Everything in this video, plus more, is inside that guide. If you want your copy, click the link down below and download it today. Oh, and before we get started, if you like the video, definitely hit the like button. It definitely helps the channel grow, and we really appreciate it. Before we get into all the steps to get licensed, I want to go over some of the basic requirements you're going to have to meet in the state of Michigan. The first one is you're going to have to be 18 years old or older. You're going to have a high school diploma or an equivalent, and you must be a U.S. citizen or a legal alien. The very first step is completing your pre-licensed education classes. In the state of Michigan, you're required to complete 40 hours of state-approved pre-licensed education classes, and I know that sounds like a lot. But the truth is, it's not that bad. Some other states have hundreds of hours in requirement, and it's much more difficult to get your license in those other states. But if 40 hours is still a lot, and you have a 9-to-5 job that you're trying to balance, or you just have a really busy schedule, then I would highly suggest you check out Colibri Real Estate School. They offer classes online that you can do at the flexibility of your own schedule, and they oftentimes have different discounts and sales going on that really make this a great option for someone with a busy schedule. So if you want to check them out, there's an affiliate link down in the description below. And a lot of the students that have used this school have great experiences and they have a really good pass rate. So be sure to check them out. We definitely recommend them. Once you complete your 40 hours of state-approved pre-licensed education classes, I would not schedule your test right away. Now, you might be tempted to just schedule right away, and that's not the worst advice because a lot of people procrastinate and they actually never schedule their exam because they're afraid of failing. If you think that's you, then I would just pull the trigger and schedule it right away. I wouldn't wait. But I do suggest that you do take a week or two to study and time block to be able to give yourself a higher chance of passing. So the very first tip I would do is I would spend an hour every single day, 5 days a week, for 1 or 2 weeks to study the material and really get more familiar with everything that's going to be on your exam, because it's not an open book test, and the more knowledge that you can retain, the more likely you're going to pass the exam and not have to go back and retake it. The next tip is to find a real estate study buddy. Finding a partner to study with and hold you accountable, and somebody that might be able to go through flashcards with you and you can kind of quiz each other can make this whole process a lot more fun. And if you're having fun, you're probably going to spend more time studying, which is going to increase the odds of you passing. Now, if you can't find a study buddy and the real estate textbooks just aren't doing it for you, then I highly suggest you check out Prep Agent. I use Prep Agent to pass my real estate exam. It's basically a interactive testing tool that you can get, and it puts you through test-like simulations, very similar to what you're going to find in your actual real estate exam, and it will increase the odds of you actually passing. This is what helped me pass my exam, so if you want to check them out, there's an affiliate link down in the description below for that as well. Once you took some time to study and really get yourself confident that you're going to go in and pass the exam, then it's time to schedule the exam. In Michigan, the exams are held with PSI testing centers. You can go online or you can call them through the number that you find on their website to schedule your exam. They're going to want at least 24 hours notice before you actually schedule and go take your test, but I would suggest that you call a couple days in advance to make sure that they have a spot open for you when you're ready to go take the exam. Now, when you get to the testing center, you're going to want to bring a couple things. The very first thing is a basic non-scientific calculator for the math portion of the exam, and you're going to want to bring 2 basic forms of identification to get into the testing center on test day. Now, when you go into the testing center, make sure you take your time because it's all multiple choice and most people actually finish early. you're going to have 4 hours to complete the exam. And if you rush through it, there's a high chance that you're going to answer questions wrong that you actually knew the right answer to. So I highly suggest that you read each question multiple times before you actually submit your answer, because some of the wording can be a little tricky. And because of this, make sure you read it a couple times because you have plenty of time. And if you rush through the exam and you fail, you're just going to have to come back and retake it anyway. Once you pass the exam, it's time to take a step back and celebrate. This is a big milestone. The majority of people don't pass the exam, and the fact that you got through your pre-licensed education and you pass the exam means you're taking major action, and it's a big accomplishment. So you want to pat yourself on the back and celebrate a little bit. Next, you want to get your background check and fingerprinting done. In the state of Michigan, you're required to get a background check and fingerprinting done. They want to make sure you don't have any felonies on your record or anything that would prevent you or prohibit you from getting your real estate license. While you're doing that, you're going to want to spend some time interviewing brokerages. You're going to need to find a sponsoring broker to hang your license with. In Michigan, as a real estate agent, you're required to hang your license with a real estate brokerage, and it's very important to pick the right one. In fact, 87% of all real estate agents that get into the business fail out of the business. And to avoid being one of these statistics, I would highly suggest you take your time and really focus on picking the right brokerage that's in alignment with the goals that you want to achieve. So I want to give you a couple basic questions that I wish I knew to ask when I first got started. The very first one is, do they have a mentorship program in place? Are you going to have access to a mentor that's going to help you through your first 3 to 5 deals? So if something goes wrong, you're dealing with problems in your transaction and you're just stressed out and you don't know what to do, are you going to have access to call a seasoned licensed agent that's been doing this for a while that's going to be able to walk you through those problems and make life a lot less stressful? This business can be stressful. There's a lot of problems involved and there's a lot of problem solving. So having somebody on your side that's going to walk you through that stuff is super important. The next thing is asking if they have a training program in place. Now, this is a little different than a mentorship, and what this is basically training modules or online classes that you can attend on a daily or even a weekly basis that's going to walk you through the entire process of getting your business off the ground as a brand new agent. This is very important because mentorship is awesome, but they're probably not going to be able to teach you every single little thing because they're probably doing their own business and they're not going to be able to sit down and put that much time into getting your business off the ground if they're a full-time agent trying to still make a full-time income in their own business. Number 3 is a really important question, and that is, how are you going to generate business? In real estate, you are usually a 1099 self-employed independent contractor that works on 100% commission. Essentially, you're starting your own business. So when you get with a brokerage, you want to have a brokerage that is going to teach you how to generate business the way you want to generate business. Now, some brokerages are going to teach you how to generate business from your friends and family. This is called SOI marketing, basically sphere of influence marketing. I've seen many people build great businesses that have a good sized network, and some people love using this avenue alone. Then there are other agents that specialize in marketing, and they're going to teach you how to get leads and convert leads. And this can be a great avenue for someone that doesn't have a huge network. Or you might want to mix the both together and do some, SOI marketing, and you might want to do some regular marketing through leads, advertising, prospecting, all that kind of stuff. But you want to get with a brokerage that's going to teach you how to generate business the way you want to generate business so you can build the kind of business that you want to build. So this is a very important question to ask. So if you're struggling to find a brokerage that's the perfect fit for you, definitely reach out. We are looking for partners. So down in the description below, you're going to see a Zoom link to schedule a partner call. I'd love to get on the line with you and see if it's maybe a good fit. And if not, at least I can maybe point you in the right direction and I can help answer some questions because I know how it is to start out as a new agent. Next, you're going to submit your license application. So you're going to package up your completed pre-licensed education classes, your past real estate exam, your clear background check, and you're going to send that stuff out for your license application. Once this comes back, you are a real estate agent. As soon as you find your sponsoring broker to go and hang your license with, you're ready to get rolling. So this is a huge accomplishment. But before I wrap this video up, I do want to tell you some of the costs associated with getting this process done because I know budgeting is a big part of getting licensed. So knowing what to budget to get this started will definitely help you out. So it's actually less than you think. the very first thing to budget for is your pre-licensed education classes. And in the state of Michigan, it's not too bad. You're looking at between $200 and $400 to get these classes done, depending on the sales going on at the current time and which real estate school you decide to use. Next, you have the exam fee, which is about $79. Then you have the fingerprint and background check fee, which is going to be between $70 and $80. Next, you have the Michigan license application fee, which is $88. Next, I would budget some money for your post-license education. You're required to complete an additional 18 hours after you get your license of education, and I would budget between $150 and $300 for this. Last but not least, I would budget between $200 and $500 to get started with your new brokerage and to purchase E&O insurance. So all in all, it's not that expensive to open the new door to a brand new business and a brand new career that really doesn't have any glass ceilings on your income and has a lot of opportunity. So the hardest part is just getting started. Most people procrastinate, they don't even get started, and this is why they never become agents. Really, it's not that expensive and it's not that challenging as far as time investment goes to get licensed. It's just doing the work, doing the studying, passing the exams, and really doing the right things to get yourself to where you want to be. So if you're going to get your real estate license this year, I want to hear about it. Drop it in the comment section below. And if you have any questions about getting licensed, drop that in the comment section below as well. I'll do my best to get back to you. And if you like this kind of content for real estate entrepreneurs that want to build a real estate empire, definitely subscribe and smash that like button. Thanks so much and have an awesome day.